For a long time, Toledo was the meeting point of artists, philosophers, scientists and poets from all over the world. Today, what remains is a time capsule of that period. The rest of the region is more or less ignored by tourists, but Toledo, well, they cannot keep them out. With its twisted, gnarly alleyways which lose you on every corner, the challenge is to don your comfiest shoes and conquer the cobblestone veins. Just around the corner from Plaza de Zocadova, which is a great meeting place, we found a traditional restaurant called Casón de los López de Toledo. Now all you've got to do is just look for the signature figure of Christ outside. Now unless you're vegetarian, I believe you're going to love the food here in Toledo. May I recommend to you that you try something gamey that's very typical of the region. What I've tried is the carcamusas, which is a pork done in tomato, and I've also got some venison done in a really yummy, creamy mushroom sauce. These are specialties of the house. Speaking of which, this restaurant used to once be a house dating back to the 16th century. Honestly, everywhere you go here, it's like stepping back in time. You'll see smatterings of Muslim influences dating back 1,000 years. That's when Toledo was the capital of Muslim Spain. And you might be surprised to learn that even the Gothic cathedral was once a mosque. A walk through the streets of Toledo will inevitably wind up here at the highest point, the Alcazar. This ancient city fortress has a million stories, most notably the 1936 siege when nationalist troops and some civilians were held here. This is actually one of the few rooms to remain intact following that 70-day siege. And look, you can still see the bullet holes in the walls. It was also from here that the colonel took a call on this phone from the enemy who were holding his son hostage at his home just outside the city walls. They said, if you don't surrender, we will shoot your son. And the colonel was actually willing to sacrifice his own child. They put the son on the phone and the colonel said to him, turn your thoughts to God, cry out, long live Spain or viva España, and die as a patriot.